All right, and to all of our media, we are now joined by Jim Campbell, U.S. Vice President of Performance and Motorsports for Chevrolet. Jim, congratulations. Thank you for taking some time with us. We'll get right into questions here for Jim. As a reminder, if you have a question, click the participants tab and raise your hand. But Jim, to lead us off, I know we talked, I think just 2 days ago about, just Chevrolet being back in this and to win a championship. How are you feeling right now?
It was a special day today. We are really excited. As I said in the OEM Zoom call, 3-2-1, we had 3 drivers in the truck series that had a chance for the championship, 2 in Xfinity and 1 in the Cup. And when it's all said and done, Sheldon Creed delivered a truck championship as a driver. Chevy won the manufacturers championship there in Xfinity. While we didn't win the drivers, we did win the manufacturers championship. And then Chase Elliott, Alan Gustafson, the entire Hendrick organization delivered big time for a second championship on the driver's side this weekend. The 32nd time a Chevy driver has won the Cup championship. Chase and Alan, their team, the Hendrick organization, did an incredible job. I mean, drove through the field and then executed, in every stage of the entire race. The 22 was strong. The 2 was strong. The 11 was coming on at different points, and Chase and Alan just did an incredible job of executing the entire race. It was a clutch performance. It's 2 in a row with Martinsville and now Phoenix. It was fantastic. It was great to see the fans in the stands. And I'll tell you, when Chase got to the lead, it was fun to see the reaction from the stands. There were a lot of Chase Elliott fans out there today.
Awesome. We're going to take some questions from the media. Jim Utter, you can kick us off.
Congratulations, Jim. This has probably been, obviously, it's been discussed, a trying season for a lot of people with COVID, especially the manufacturers. But I don't know what you thought the prospects were as the playoffs drew to a close. But having been locked out of the championship 4 since 2016, can you kind of describe your guys' perspective and emotions of the last 2 weeks, locking in with one of your up-and-coming drivers like Chase, and then him duplicating the feat this weekend and giving you the championship?
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible, this playoff format. It creates excitement. It creates an immense amount of pressure all the way around. The teams feel it. We feel it as manufacturers to deliver in those stages. The last couple of years, we didn't make it. The last few years, we did not make it to the final round. Very disappointing, and so we just, the whole phrase, never give up, you can never give up. So the teams have been working hard, more work going on than probably people see. And it all came together, and, Chase and Alan delivered a big win in Martinsville, and then they executed today to put it all together. And that's what it takes. If you think about the beginning of the season, whether we really have a season, and to see that all the races, got scheduled, got run by the series, and to see Chase take it all the way to a championship is incredible. One thing I just add a couple other items here. One, I remember when I was working at Chevrolet in a different role, and I got a call from Rick Hendrick. This is 10 years ago. It was on a Saturday. I was preparing for some meetings with our dealers, and Rick said, "I just signed Chase Elliott." And of course, I knew his father. I knew of him and heard about him. At that time, he was 14 years old. And think about how far Chase has come. All the races he's won, an Xfinity Series championship, and now he's a Cup champion. It's just an incredible run. And I'll never forget that day that Rick called and said he signed young Chase Elliott, and I'm so glad he did.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take our next question from Bob Pockers. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, I believe it's the first time in 32 years that the most popular drivers won the title. Does that mean anything when you look at just the importance to the sport?
Absolutely. Bob, what I mentioned earlier, when Chase got to the lead today here in Phoenix, I was sitting, on the outside of the track because of all the protocol. You can't go into inside the competition bubble. And to see the reaction of so many fans in the stands when Chase got to the lead was incredible. And it's indicative of his popularity, not only the fans that were here in Phoenix, but all over the country, all over the world. And so I think it's a huge lift for for the sport. It's awesome for Chevrolet, and he is such a talented driver. Bob, I think it's absolutely fantastic all the way around. I saw it with my own eyes today, as I have in many races when he takes the lead. Popular driver won it all. It was awesome.
All right, we'll take our next one from Jenna Fryer. Go ahead, Jenna.
Hey, Jim, congratulations. Do you see any sort of transition or changing of the guard in Chase winning his first championship and Jimmie's final race?
Yeah, Jenna, that's a good question. And, today was a special day for a lot of reasons. And for those of us who've known Jimmie a long time, and, it was incredible to think this is his last Cup race as a full-time driver in the series. And for Chevrolet, as you may know, Jimmie, anytime he raced on four wheels, he raced with Chevrolet, starting in off-road truck series and working all the way through various series, all the way up to Cup. And so it was a pretty emotional day to think this was Jimmie's last day, and we were all celebrating his final race, and but also to know the prospect of Chase potentially having a chance to win today, and then he delivered, was incredible. And I was actually walking from the outside of the track to the inside of the track after Chase won, and I understand that I haven't seen it, but I understand that Jimmie got up close to Chase there and gave him a tap, car to car, and it's pretty symbolic. The passing the torch happened. Jimmie Johnson, 7-time champion, 83 wins, 20 years plus, and racing with Chevy for many, many more. It's incredible. Today was a passing of the torch, without a doubt.
Thanks, Jim. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, we'll head to Dustin Long. Go ahead, Dustin.
Thank you. Jim, with the 2-year championships this weekend, both drivers under 24, certainly we saw youth play a key role this weekend. I'm curious, does this make you look at, are there things that you would look at doing more of in reaching younger drivers, developing younger drivers? Certainly, I know there's some already with Chevy team pipeline. Does a weekend like this start to lead to a change, or is a weekend like this a result of some changes that you've made already?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. And Dustin, just to, first of all, Sheldon Creed is part of our Driver's Edge program, which is our driver development program. Sam Mayer is also part of that program, very successful in the ARCA series and super talented. And he's another driver up and coming. We have a number of drivers that have had a lot of success that are in our development program called Driver's Edge. And we kind of scale our driver development program to, kind of the number of seats that are available down the road. And so I'm very excited about what I saw with the drivers that are in that program, and there'll be some other ones coming along as well. In addition, Dustin, if you think about it, the transition from, kind of veteran championship drivers has been happening at Chevy for a number of years. And I've talked about it before in some of the, the start of the year press conferences and the OEM press conferences. But you think about Tony Stewart, ran his whole career with our company, retired. And then, Jeff Gordon retired, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. And now Jimmie Johnson's going to, leave NASCAR and go on to other things. And along the way, we have picked up so many amazing young drivers. And every year they get more experience, more mature, more reps at these tracks, and really coming together as not only as drivers, but then as teams. So I'm really optimistic. I'm very optimistic about what's going on in the Chevy camp for those reasons. We couldn't have been prouder to have had those veteran drivers. By the way, Kevin Harvick's another one who has obviously, got his championship in 2014 with Chevy at Homestead. Obviously he went on and went over to the Ford camp when they made the switch. But there's another example of drivers that have kind of moved on from Chevy. And so what's coming in, young, talented drivers, and I couldn't be more excited.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, we'll take our next one from Mark Garrow, PRN.
Thank you. Congratulations, Jim. And you've sort of answered this, and I was just wondering, it hasn't been the best season on the Cup side statistically for Chevrolet, but do the last 2 weeks and the way it ended kind of take some of that sting away and also provide a springboard to a more successful 2021 season?
Yeah, Mark. You make a good point there. We had 9 wins this year. but we got momentum at the right time. And I don't think it's by mistake, actually. I do believe that the work we did with our key partner teams, which obviously would be Hendrick Motorsports, Richard Childress Racing, and Chip Ganassi Racing, we gathered together and put a lot of work into this Camaro Z11 LE that happened, in the past years, and we brought that to the track here at the beginning of the year. And so we're dialing that car in, and I think we're getting, more momentum with that. In addition, Rick Hendrick and Richard Childress, I'm so proud of them, created this Engine Alliance, and that's, a very, very positive thing. And then, along the way, between all of these efforts, our teams are working better together when we're working on projects to prepare to go to the racetrack. And that's just it's a must. We do it in all the series. We've done it with some degrees of success here in NASCAR, but I really do believe that we have tremendous momentum on that front, and we're only going to get stronger in that area. So 9 wins, when you look at our historic performance, doesn't really measure up, but we got the wins at the right time all the way through the stages of the playoff, and Chase Elliott delivered an amazing championship win today.
Thank you, Jim. Again, congratulations.
Thanks, Mark.
Take our next one from Sterling Price. Go ahead, Sterling.
Thank you. Jim, concerning Jimmie Johnson, this was his last race after, if I'm counting this correctly, his 19th full-time season in competition, a 7-time Cup Series champion. How much has his ambassadorship in the sport and his competitiveness meant for Chevrolet as a whole?
Yeah, I touched on it early. You certainly have highlighted, the accomplishments he's had in the NASCAR, particularly in the Cup Series. But as I mentioned earlier, Jimmie Johnson, as a young guy, joined the Chevrolet team and raced in, almost every form of off-road truck racing. And then he graduated into ASA, and then went into the time called the Busch Series, obviously Xfinity Series now. He's run with us in the IMSA Series in the 24 Hours of Daytona. And then obviously his accomplishments in NASCAR have been absolutely incredible. And Jimmie's an incredible representative on the track and off the track. And he's just a first-class guy. And so he represents our brand so very well. And he's helped us do product introductions. We featured Jimmie as one example. We featured Jimmie in a commercial that described the first time he brought his daughter home in his Chevrolet Tahoe. And it was a real moment, and he recounted it. And he's just represented our brand so well. He's done so many meetings with our employees, he's gone to our plants, done dealer meetings. And he's just an incredible guy, first class all the way. And also he does so many great things off the track for others. So we're going to miss him here, but I'm optimistic that Jimmie Johnson's going to, obviously going to IndyCar, but I expect he's going to be, dabbling in another race series as well. I hope to see him again.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, we'll take our next one from Ashley McCubbin. Go ahead, Ashley.
And speaking about Jimmie Johnson, what's one story that maybe you can share about the time you guys all spent together in which Chevrolet that stands out in your mind looking back?
I would say, we've had Jimmie where he's, he has come to, a lot of our big dealer meetings and all that. But I would say 2016 when he won that championship, that was a challenging, difficult race. He got an opportunity, he seized on it, and he put the 7th championship on the board. And I just remember that moment and the celebration that took place after. And that was a very special moment. And remember the team just, celebrating in a big way. I remember him jumping into his crew's arms, and 7 championships. It's just an incredible accomplishment. So that one was probably one of my favorites, but there's a lot of things that he's done with us, away from the racetrack that have been very special as well with our employees and our dealers.
And then looking towards the future, you've been with Chase Elliott since the beginning of his NASCAR career with Hendrick Motorsports. What has it been like riding that roller coaster with him?
Well, it's been more like a rocket ship. and super talented. And I remember, he made his mark in the Xfinity Series and won that championship. It was a big moment. He had a great season and brought that championship home. And then to watch, so many times where he was top two, came in second or third, and then he finally got his first win. And then to see his popularity grow and grow and grow, that we were talking about that earlier. And then for him to have 5 wins this year, the wins at the right time, and then bring him a championship. He is so happy. And to see the embrace he's had with his crew, with Alan, they've got just an incredible chemistry. I watched him in the kind of the championship area. He got a chance to see his parents for the first time since he got out of the car, and he was a champion, just like his father. That was such a special moment. He is an exceptional young man. He's a young guy, and he is talented behind the wheel. And he's also been a great representative for us, not only on the track, but off the track. And think about all the years ahead. That puts a smile on my face.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations once again on the success.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take one more here for Jim from Rob with NASCAR pole position. Go ahead, Rob.
Jim, congratulations on the championship with Chase Elliott and Hendrick Motorsports. As a longtime observer of the sport, I often found that fans felt like if they saw the car on the track on Sunday, they would buy it on Monday. Obviously the culture has kind of changed a little bit over the years, but with the next gen car coming out, I know it's a little bit too early to tell, but how much do you think some of that old feeling will come back when we get to the next gen car?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I would just say, when you win big races and championships like today, it does lift our brand opinion. The way people think about our brand, it lifts it for sure. And we know good things happen. People put you on their shopping list more quickly. And the question is does it happen on Monday after the race, or does it happen on a Monday in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 months, or even a year? And the answer is we do see a correlation between success on the track and the ability for us to translate that to lifting the brand and then also driving our business. And as it relates to the next gen, I mean, obviously we got a lot of time to talk about that. Today's really about the championship, but I'm very excited about the next gen car and what NASCAR has done to update the technology, the automotive technology, chassis components underneath the car to be more connected to what we actually design into and sell in cars and trucks today. That I'm excited about. And also the proportions of the car take us even another step closer to what we offer in the showroom. And that's a winning combination. So a lot of time to talk about the next gen. We're super proud to have been here today. This Phoenix track has been incredible. The facility is incredible, and it was a great race today from my perspective with Chase winning it. And by the way, Rob, thanks for turning your camera on. I see Mark too. It was great to see you guys when you're asking your questions with your camera on. Thank you.
You got it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, Jim. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with us. Congratulations, and good luck in the future, and have a great
Thank you.
season.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great off
Thank
season.
you.